BuckeyeHuddle.com. Our Southern Swing continues as we inch our way closer to Atlanta. We are at Douglas County High School here in Douglasville, Georgia, just west of Atlanta. 2026 five-star wide receiver Aaron Gregory. Spring practice going on right now. Guys had a spirited practice this evening. How's the spring going for you?
It's going great. Team looking good, and then the younger boys learning from the older boys, and then being able to teach them is everything. So it's going great.
Yep. A lot of coaches coming through.
They are. It's a lot.
What is that like, I guess, for you? I'm sure you're kind of aware that they're there, but you got to kind of focus on what you're doing,
Exactly.
But they're evaluating you. Does that add a little extra to your practice?
I feel like at this point, when it was first happening, it was like, okay, I'm nervous. But I feel like I got to the groove of it. So it's not a nervous thing no more. It's really just, okay, I'm finna go out here and do what I do every other day. So it's like a calm, chill thing. And then you just show them, and then they like it. So do something good.
Coach Hartline was out here to watch you recently. You said you're still talking with him, obviously. How are things going with Coach Hartline, and where's that relationship at right now?
It's good. It's great. I know he can't really hit me up a lot because, still young, but the relationship that we've trying to build, I feel like is going good. And then just getting out there when I can, he's still so loving towards me, wants me still, so I feel like it's good.
You were last in Columbus for the Penn State game back in the fall. What do you remember from that experience, just from the environment and just maybe some things that stood out to you about that trip?
The Buckeye Stadium go crazy. That's one thing I really remember. And then Marvin and I don't know his name, but it's number 4 from Penn State. He played DB. Them two just going back and forth. Really loved that matchup. So it was a great visit.
What are you working on here this spring? I mean, you got a ton of offers, but I'm sure you can always get better. What are some areas of focus for you here this spring and this offseason?
So definitely my top end speed, it goes into doing track to get that top end speed, and then just out my brakes a lot more faster. I know right now they're good, but you make it to just like that, it's even better. They can't stick with you if you got your brake fast.
You were gliding out there a little bit. Got a couple of screens.
A little bit.
Was that tunnel screen for me? Because I love tunnel screens. It's my favorite play. You got a little. We'll have the video of that later.
Exactly.
Little tunnel screen and out the gate.
Got out.
There was some chippiness today. It was just a spring practice. You don't have full pads on, but there was some talking going on out there.
It got to be that way though. It's all love at the end of the day. We know we're going to go back in the locker room. Everybody brothers, but in this field, it's you versus me, so you got to be that way. You got to play a little, with a little chip on your shoulder.
We see that a lot when we go to Ohio State's practices. It's all hugs afterwards, but it gets a little intense there. What are some things that have attracted you to Ohio State? They are a school that's kind of in the mix for you at this point.
Yes,
Coach Hartline's good relationship there, but what are some other things that initially attracted you to Ohio State to kind of give them a chance?
They always produce receivers in the draft. You don't see an O State receiver go undrafted. And then the way that Coach Hartline coaches the receivers, it's always on point. It's never a bad criticism, oh, you can't do this, so this is that. It's always okay, you did this wrong, but this is what you can do to make it better. And it's just always a brotherhood, like I was saying earlier. It's O State, what you get at O State.
What other schools do you kind of feel that same kind of priority vibe that you get from Ohio State? Are there some other schools you're feeling that from right now?
Definitely. I feel like LSU is up there, Colorado's up there, Tennessee, and then when I visited Auburn, and then A&M. Those some schools I really feel that way about.
It's a lot of Southeast schools, but I mean A&M's out Texas, Colorado. How do you view geography in all of this? Are you a Southern guy who's going to play in the SEC? Are you a guy who's going to kind of look around? How do you kind of see this playing out?
I feel like the way it's going to go with me is just the bond I build with a coach. I'm not afraid to leave home because I know I can always come back. So it's really a bond with the coach. So if a coach all the way in California or all the way in Texas want me that bad, then they showing me the love I need, they giving me things I want, why not go? Definitely will.
So I've asked a few of the guys down here about this. You're an offensive guy, so a receiver, so this may not resonate with you as much as maybe some of the other players we talked to, but you watch Caleb Downs transfer. That was one of the biggest, stories of the offseason in college football, one of the biggest transfer news items. You watch him go from Alabama to Ohio State. You watch Quinshon Judkins, who's originally from Alabama, who they don't get a lot of kids out of Alabama, transfers in from Ole Miss. When you see that, how does that affect you? How does that hit you when you see something like that?
I feel like it hits me in a positive way. You look at these players and you see they transfer. Okay, they transfer, but look at what they're doing now. it's not like they went down. Caleb went from Bama, All-American freshman, to now he's at Ohio State doing even better things. Like, yeah, Bama was his start. Yeah, y'all might down him for transferring, but at the end of the day, it's his like career. And if that makes him better, then that makes him better. And then if he goes out, he's doing the same thing he was doing at Bama, then why not? He wants to be there. He wants to be there. So.
Does it say something about Ohio State that they're attracting some of these top players from other programs, especially in this, like, again, Caleb's an Atlanta guy.
Exactly.
Keyshawn's an Alabama guy from high school. So does that make you kind of curious about, like, what the other Southern guys are seeing there?
Of course. Like, biggest thing with Ohio State is that brotherhood, and I think that's the biggest thing that they have, because you get a brotherhood at a school, you gonna want to go. Like, you gonna be attracted to it. So I definitely think it play a huge role in their careers.
You're not sure if you're going to get up in the summer to Ohio State. It's going to be tough for you, I guess, with your schedule. But you said you probably get back into a game in the fall. Is it the game in the fall? Are you going to? I don't know. Looked at the schedule yet?
I want to. That's one of the things. So I want to get out. I want to get out this summer so I can talk to Coach Hartline about that. Like, okay, what game you want me at? Invite me out. I want to go. So definitely.
So try to get up in the summer. See how that goes. What places might you get to this summer other than Ohio State? Are there some other places that you're considering getting to? I know your schedule's gonna be tough. You have a lot of things on your plate, but if you can get out to a few, are there a few that you're gonna try and prioritize?
Yeah, probably like Oregon. I haven't been to Oregon, and then I know we talking about Ohio State, but Michigan. I haven't been to Michigan. And then I think those are really the big two I want to get out to, just to get the vibe for them, just to get the feel.
Sure. What are you evaluating, like, on these visits? Are there things you're looking at right now, or is it just kind of getting a surface level, like, understanding of what these programs are about, so that you can decide maybe next year where you're going to trim the list, or kind of, I guess, how are you approaching these visits, and where are you at right now in your process?
So the way I do it, I like to go, okay, see how much the coach is into me, because see if he wants to create a bond with me, and then second thing, like, the brotherhood of the team, like, how they respond, how he coaches, how the coach coaches the players up when they do bad, when they don't be perfect all the time. And then see how early I can get on the field, because I know, as me, I would want to play as a freshman. I want to get that first year.
Yep. So with that said, like, are you, if are we at the starting line of this recruiting process? Are we, like, halfway? Are we close to the finish? Like, where do you?
I think it's like 25%, like maybe 25, maybe. So
you're
20.
you're
just starting
your stride.
Yeah,
you're just starting to hit your stride.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. We appreciate your time, Aaron.
Thank you.
Great job out there. Good luck the rest of the spring, and good luck on your visits.
Thank you.
All right, man. Good seeing you.
You too.